ಶ್ರೀಚಕ್ರ ವರದಾಚಾರ್ಯಂ ಶುದ್ಧಸತ್ವ ಗುರುತ್ತಮಂ ಶ್ರೀನಿಧಿಂ ರಾಘವಂ ವಂದೇ ಹ್ಯಪಾರ ಕರುಣಾಕರಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಸದನೆ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಂ ಕಲಯತೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಪಕ್ಷಿರಾಜಾಯತೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಭಗವತ್ ವಿವಾಹ ವಿದಯೇ ಹೇತುತ್ವ ಮಾತಸ್ತುಷೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಭಗವತ್ ಸುವಾಹ ಮಣಯೇ ವೇದೌಘ ಪೂರ್ಣಾತ್ಮನೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಸದನಾದಿ ವಾಂಛಿತ ವರಾನ್ ಸದ್ಯಃ ಪ್ರದಾತ್ರೆ ನಮಃ. Garuda is the embodiment of Vedic notes and gives solace to the mind that broods. It's my pleasure to share here in Oberoid woods the glories of Garuda who destroys serpent hoods. Namaskaram to all. At the outset, I wish to convey my thanks to Srimati Padma Madhav and all the people in this wonderful satsang of Oberoid woods in Mumbai for giving me this wonderful opportunity to meet you all during the occasion of Akshaya Tritiya and share a few words on the topic Garuda Vaibhavam. First, I would like to convey my Akshaya Tritiya wishes to you all, because Akshaya Tritiya is a very, very special day in our Sanatana Dharma. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, the river Ganga descended to the earth. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, Lord Parashurama incarnated. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, Dharmaputra Yudhishthira received the Akshaya Patram from sun god Surya. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, Krishna rained gold in the home of Kuchela and transformed Kuchela into Kubera. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, Kubera received wealth from Mahalakshmi and became a rich person. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, Annapurna, the goddess of food, she emerged. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, the doors of Badrinarayana temple are opened for summer season. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, Lord Narasimha of Simhachalam gives darshan with his full form without his sandal covering. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, Garuda Seva is very famous in Tamil Nadu temples on the bank of river Kaveri. In Kumbakonam, 12 Garuda Seva. Lord Narayana comes in Garuda Vahanam in 12 forms. In Vaduvur, there is one Garuda Seva. In Mannargudi, there is Garuda Seva, because this day, Akshaya Tritiya, has important connection to Garuda. What is that connection? Garuda's full history has been explained in detail in Mahabharatam. In Mahabharatam, the first chapter, Adi Parva, Astika Upaparva. Mahabharata, Adi Parva, Astika Upaparva narrates the entire details of Garuda in detail. Now, let us start enjoying the full history and glories of Garuda and conclude with his connection to Akshaya Tritiya. Mahabharatam says, Brahma, the creator, appointed certain people as Prajapatis. Prajapati means progenitor of all species, not mere human being. Progenitor, precursor for all species including humans, animals, reptiles, birds and whatnot. One such Prajapati was Kashyapa Prajapati, appointed by Brahma as the progenitor for all species. On the other hand, there was another Prajapati named Daksha Prajapati. He had twin daughters, Pura Devayuge Brahman Prajapati Sute Shubhe Astam Bhaginyau Rupena Samupete Adbhute Nage. Mahabharata Shlokam by Vyasa. The shloka says, this Daksha Prajapati had twin daughters, twin sisters. Who are they? One was Kadru, another one was Vinata. In Sanskrit, Kadru means pale brown colored person. To be precise, people drink coffee, right? That coffee colored person is called Kadru. Vinata means one with humility. She was the embodiment of humility. So the brown colored daughter was called Kadru. The humble daughter, the embodiment of humility, she was called Vinata. These twin sisters married sage Kashyapa. We saw Prajapati, right? They both marry that Kashyapa Prajapati. So his married life was nice twice, because he married both Vinata and Kadru. Te bharye Kashyapasya astam Kadrushcha Vinatachaha Pradatabhyam varam pritaha Prajapati samafratihi Kashyapo dharmapatnibhyam muda paramayayutaha. Once Kashyapa asked both his wives, Kadru and Vinata, what boon do you want? They sought for children, but this Kashyapa Prajapati has divine powers. He is the progenitor for all species, so they did not want human children. Rather, Kadru says, I want 1,000 serpents, 1,000 snakes to be born as my children. Vavre Kadru Sutan Nagan Sahasram Tulya Tejasaha. I want 1,000 serpents to be born as my children. Now Kashyapa said, okay, Tatastu, let it be. He turned towards Venata. What are you going to ask? He said. Venata said, quality matters more than quantity. She asked for 1,000 children. These days, even with one child, we are unable to maintain. How can I manage 1,000 children? Quality matters more than quantity. So, Dvau putrau vinata vavre kadru putra adhikau bale ojasa tejasa chaiva vikramena adhikau sutau. She was very smart. She said, I want 2 birds, 2 eagles that can subdue those serpents. But those 2 children should be more powerful than the entire power of those 1,000 serpents combined together. So, Kadru sought 1,000 serpents, but Venata sought 2 birds, eagles with more power than all those 1,000 serpents combined together. Tatastu, said Kashyapa, and Kashyapa went to forest for meditation. Now immediately Venata, Kadru, both by the grace of their Rishi, Kashyapa their husband, they became pregnant immediately, and Kalena Mahata Kadruhu Andanam Dashatir Dasha Janayamasa Viprendra Dve Ande Venata Tada. After a few years, this Kadru laid 1,000 eggs. She did not give birth to a child after becoming pregnant. She laid eggs because she sought serpents as her children. So she laid 1,000 eggs. This Vinata, she laid 2 eggs. 500 years passed. Tataf panchashate kale kadru putra vinisritaha andabhyam vinatayastu mithunam na vyadrishyate. 500 years passed. After 500 years, all those serpents from those eggs laid by Kadru, they all emerged. But Vinata, she was waiting. You people will be waiting when this person will conclude his discourse. When will the cultural event start? More importantly, when will be the dinner? Likewise, Vinata was thinking, I have laid 2 eggs. When will these eggs hatch? When will my children emerge? She was waiting. But no sign from those 2 eggs. Kadru has given birth to 1,000 serpents. All those 1,000 eggs hatched. Vinata's eggs didn't hatch. So Venata became a little tentative. She was curious, she was envious, she was jealous. So what she did was, Tataf Putrarthini Devi Vriditsa Sa Tapasvini Andam Bibheda Venata Tatra Putram Adrikshata. Out of curiosity and envy over her twin sister, she has begot 1,000 children. I am yet to beget one. She broke the first egg by herself. To her dismay, a half eagle emerged from that egg as a preterm baby. Actually, since she sought 2 powerful children, she had to wait for 1,000 years for those eggs to hatch. But in 500 years, she broke 1 egg. So the baby was 50% developed, 50% undeveloped. Purvardhakaya sampannam itarena aprakashata saputro rosha sampannaha shashapayenam iti shrutihi. A reddish child emerged. Why red? The color of anger is red. That's why in movies, if some person becomes angry, they will show a red light on his face. He is angry. The sun, that eagle that was born, it was angry, so it was red. In Sanskrit, Aruna means red. So that child came to be known as Aruna. He was red with anger. He was furious. Immediately after birth, that child, reddish child Aruna, with anger, cursed his mother, Yohamevam krita mataha Tvaya lobhaparitaya sharirena asamagraudya tasma dasi bhavishyasi. O mother, out of your jealousy towards your twin sister, you have ruined my life. You have spoiled my life. Had you waited for another 500 years, I would have been born as a normal child. But now that I am a handicapped, You are the reason. Let me curse you. You will become a slave to that Kadru on whom you were jealous of. You were jealous of Kadru, right? You should become a slave of Kadru. This is my curse. The child uttered the first word after its birth. See, after 500 years, though child's body was underdeveloped, the speech was well developed. So it gave curse to the mother. You will become a slave to Kadru. Vinata started weeping. Oh dear, I didn't want to harm you. Will a mother ever think to ruin her own child's life? Never. I was afraid. I was curious. I was tentative. I was not sure whether you were normal or not. Out of some curiosity, haste makes waste. I have done a mistake in a hurry, but please forgive me. But that child said, Gatam, Gatam, given, given. Curse pronounced is already pronounced. Okay, let me do one thing. You wait for another 500 years. Let the second egg hatch. My younger brother will emerge from that egg and he will relieve you from the slavery. Till such time, for 500 years, you should be a slave to Kadru. After 500 years, Panchavarsha Shatanyasyaha Yaya Vispardhase Saha Yesha Chatvam Suto Mataha Dasyatvan Mokshayishyati Evam Shaptva Tataf Putraha Vinatam Antarikshagaha Aruno Drishyate Brahman Prabhata Samayetada. He cursed. Curse given is given. So my younger brother will come after 500 years. He will relieve you from the curse thereafter. Many children are listening. They will question me, what are you blabbering, man? 500 years of gestation, 500 years inside the egg, another 500 years curse means all these things happened in Krita Yugam. In Krita Yuga, the calculation is different, the lifespan was different, the height of human was different, even their knowledge was different. Our ancestors used to memorize all these verses. They were able to chant everything by heart. These days, even with PDF, e-book, email, internet, everything is there. Still we are unable to chant because with course of time, as these yugas progress, our height, lifespan, knowledge, devotion, faith, everything decreases. So this was in Krita Yugam. So after 500 years, my younger brother will come saying, so the red child, that red bird, Aruna, flew in the air. The next day, this Vinata and Kadru, together, the twin sisters, go to a riverside to take bath. At that time, Kadru was thinking, I have 1,000 children at my home, unable to maintain them. I need a good nanny. But problem is, nannies are charging a lot these days. So I need a babysitting person. If she is a zero salary slave, it will be very good. Why can't I engage my sister Vinata? Because her egg is yet to hatch. Oh, one child emerged, that flew away. She is without children. So if I hire her as a zero salary babysitting nanny, it will be very, very economical for me. She was thinking. Both of them went to the riverside. Yetasmin yeva kaletu bhaginyaute tapodhana apashyatam samayatam uchchaisravasam antikat. As they were bathing in the river, the celestial white horse Uchchaisravas flew in the sky. Seeing Uchchaisravas, Vinata exclaimed, wow, what a white horse, milky white, she said. Immediately Kadru asked her, no, wait, what? Uchchaisravanu kim varno badre? You are saying Uchchaisravas is white. Is it white? Are you sure? She asked. Vinata said, yes, I am damn sure. Shweta eva ashwarajoyam kim tvam manyase shubhe. What do you say? It is white, I say. Kadru said, that Uchchaisravas is white only. But Kadru said, no. Krishnavalam aham manye hayamenam shuchismite. I feel that the horse's body is white, but tail is black. Vinata said, no, entire body is white. Kadru said, no, body is white, tail is black. Vinata said, no, entire body is white, tail is also white. Kadru said, no, body alone is white, tail is black. They say usually women give more preference to colors even in those days. That's why if two men meet, they will inquire, how are you? How is your family? That's all. But if two women inquire, this saree color is very nice. This necklace is very nice. Always they are focused on colors even. Okay, coming to the topic. Now they started arguing. They started debating. The argument became a debate now. What if the tail is white or what if the tail is black? This Kadru and Vinata. Kadru says black tail. Vinata says white tail. Debate, argument, and finally it became a gambling, it became a bet. Please remember, never ever enter into a gamble. Even if you are pretty sure, never bet money, never enter into gambling. It will land you in trouble, it will ruin your whole life. This Kadru, she asked Venata, okay, let us enter into a gamble, let me bet. If that tail is white, Kadru says, I say black. If that tail is white, Venata, I will become your slave. Venata immediately said, then if that tail is black, I will become your slave. Venata says, now you tell me it is black or white? White. Venata was right. But Nishamya cha bahun valan Krishnan pucham samashritan Vinatam Vishannavadanam Kadrur Dasyenya Vedayat. Actually the tail was white only. Venata was right. But Kadru wanted to enslave her, so she posted a gamble. Yes, it is black. If it is white, I will become your slave. Prompted by that, Venata also said, okay, if it is black, I will become your slave. They went back to their homes. But secretly, Kadru summoned all her children who are black serpents, Krishna Nagaha. Summoned those black serpents and ordered them, you should entwine yourselves around the tail of Uchaishrava's horse tomorrow, same place, same time, that horse will come there. Venata will also come there. There we will prove that the tail appears black and enslave my sister. The plan was made. The next day, the same time, same place, Venata and Kadru came there. Now Venata looked at that horse flying. Its tail was black because of the coiling of black serpents around the tail. Venata found out, no, Kadru, you are cheating. Your children, those snakes, have entwined themselves around the tail. Kadru said, the bet is, the tail should appear black or not, that's all. Whether it is natural black or due to coiling of serpents, that's not the bet here. That's why already I warned you, never enter into gamble. It will land you in trouble. She said, what we gambled was, the appearance of tail is black or white. Now it appears black, so you are my slave. Venata had no other go. Tatassa Venata tasmin phanitena parajita abhavat dukkha santapta dasi bhavam samashrita. The next day onwards, Venata became a slave to Kadru, and whatever Kadru says, she has to do all domestic chores. She has to wake up early in the morning, wash all utensils, clean those cloths, and then clean the house, run errands for them till midnight, and then as she sleeps, next day early morning wake up, all domestic chores, running errands. Such life she had to live. Every day this Venata would look at that second egg. Oh son, when are you going to come? When are you going to come? When are you going to relieve me from this slavery? Because this slavery happened not only because of gamble, because of the curse pronounced by the first son Aruna. So the second son, you have to somehow come out and you have to save me. Please come, please come. Every day she would plead with the second egg. By the time 500 years passed, rishis named Valakilyas, they are thumb-sized rishis. Their size was just thumb size. Those Valakilyas were going for a yagam. At that time, Indra insulted all those Valakilya rishis. They got angry on Indra. So, they wanted to create a new person who can challenge Indra, who can shatter the ego of Indra, who can defeat Indra. So, all those Valakilya rishis who wanted to teach Indra a lesson sent all their penance and their spiritual powers into the second egg laid by Venata, so that a new person will emerge from that egg fit enough and powerful enough to defeat Indra with all those Valakilya's powers. This has been explained by Swami Vedanta Deshika in Garuda Panchashat. Mangalyam Valakilya Dvijavara Tapasam Kopi Murto Vivartaha. That entire penance of Valakilya rishis emerges, and now totally 1000 years have passed. 500 years from the emergence of the first child Aruna. Now Venata, being a slave under all sorts of trouble, every day she was praying to that second egg. one fine day in the month of Ashadha, by July, August, in the star of Swati Nakshatram, that egg hatched, that egg broke open, and an eagle emerged from that egg. How was that eagle? Yetasmin antare chaiva Garuda kala agate vina matra mahatejaha vidaryandam ajayate agnirashiri vodbhasan samidhoti bhayankaraha pravruddha sahasa pakshi mahakayo nabhogataha. As the egg opened, a giant form appeared. It was ranging from the earth to the skies. It was in molten golden color. It has reddish eyes. It has broad, huge wings. In Sanskrit, Garut means wing. Garuda means one who flies or moves with wings. He had big wings, so he came to be known as Garuda. Garut means wings. A big, huge eagle by name Garuda emerged not only by the tapas of Kashyapa, but also by the tapas of those Valakilyas who wanted to teach Indra a lesson. That entire tapas took a form of Garuda, golden form, molten golden color, reddish eyes, broad wings, a huge form. Not only that, if you observe Garuda, he is the embodiment of Vedas. Swami Vedanta Deshika describes in Garuda Panchashat, Netram Gayatram Uche. If you look at his eyes, they are not mere eyes. Gayatri mantra in Vedas, that Gayatri mantra is his eyes. Trivrit iticha shiraha. Trivrit, that constitutes his head. Namadeyam Yajungshi. Yajurveda is his divine name. Chandamsi Angani, all the Vedic chandas, meters, Gayatri, Ushnik, Anutup, Brihati, Pankti, Tritup, Jagati, Vedic meters, they constituted his limbs. Dishniyatma Birajani Shapaihi, his nails, they were Dishniya. Vigraho Vamadevyam, Vamadevya Samaveda mantra, Vamadevya, it was his Vigraha, his body was Vamadevyam. Yasya Stomatmanosau, stoma part. It was his soul. Stoma is his soul. Brihat Itara Garut. He has two wings. One wing is Brihat Sama Mantra. Another one is Ratantara Sama Mantra. That's why whenever Garuda flaps his wings, Samavedic tones and notes emerge from them. Then Tadrishamnaya Puchaha Yajna Yajniyam is his tail. Just imagine, open your virtual mental eyes. His eyes are Gayatri Mantra. His head is Trivrit. His name is Yajurveda. His limbs are Chandas. His nails are Drishnya. His body is Vamadevya. His soul is Stoma. His wings are Brihat and Ratantara. His tail is Yajna Yajniyam. Netram Gayatram Uche Trivriti Ticha Shiraha Namadeyam Yajungshi Chandamsi Angani Drishniyatma Birajani Shapaihi Vigraho Vamadevyam Yasya Stomatmanosau Brihat Itara Garut Tadrishamnaya Puchaha Swachandam Naf Prasutam Shutishyata Shikara Bishtutatma Garutman, the embodiment of Vedas. Garuda is not a mere bird. He is the total embodiment of Vedas. You see, if a person chants Vedas, there is a form for the person who chants Vedas. But is there a form for Vedas? They are mere sounds, right? If that Veda has a form, that personification of Veda is Garuda. So he is the embodiment of Vedas, personification of Vedas. He emerged on seeing his heat, radiance and illumination. All the Devas got afraid. They all went to Agni Deva. Oh Agni, you have suddenly started scorching us. We are unable to withstand the heat. Is it Mumbai or some other place? It is so much hot outside. Agni said, I am not burning you, nor it is the sun. Garuda has emerged. His radiance is burning all of you. You please plead with Garuda to cool down, to calm down. Okay, all Devas go to Garuda, the newborn eagle child Garuda. He was worshipped by all Vedas to please cool down, please pacify, reduce your heat. See, Valakilyas wanted to teach Indra and Devas a lesson. See, Indra, all Devas came to Garuda, shed off their ego, folded their hands together, prayed to Garuda. Garuda Stuti in Mahabharata, composed by Devas, an excellent hymn. Tvam Rishistvam Mahabagaha Tvam Deva Pannageshwaraha, Tvam Prabhus Tapana Prakyaha, Tvam Nastranam Anuttamam. Balormiman Sadhuradina Satvaha, Samriddhiman Dushprasahastvameva. Tapasramam Sarvamahina Kirte Anagatam Chopagatancha Sarvam Kageshwaram Sharanam Upastita Vayam Mahaujasam Vitimiram Abragocharam Mahabalam Garudam Upetya Kecharam Paravaram Varadam Ajaya Vikramam. Saying so, all the devas pleaded with Garuda. So Garuda pacified himself, he reduced his heat. Now Garuda started flying. He saw a reddish person very much similar to Garuda. Who is he? Elder brother Aruna. They met each other, they introduced themselves. Garuda, at the same time, he saw the sun. The sun was scorching, just like April month sun in Mumbai. He is scorching everybody. Likewise, sun was scorching. Garuda thought, no. This much heat people cannot withstand. The sun's heat has to be filtered. So, Garuda carried his brother, reddish brother Aruna, on his shoulders and stationed him in front of the sun. And Garuda requested his elder brother, hereafter, you should be the driver or charioteer for Surya. You should remain before him. Whenever sun emits light and heat, you should filter all ultraviolet infrared rays. You should filter all the excess heat and transmit only the necessary heat and light to the universe. Aruna accepted. So it is the kainkariam done by Garuda for the well-being of the entire universe. He stationed Aruna in front of Surya. That's why before sunrise, before Suryodaya, we say Arunodaya. In that Arunodaya, the eastern sky will be red. During sunrise, dawn, eastern sky will be red. Why? Aruna means red. He is the reddish Aruna. Driver comes first, the passenger comes next. Sun is the passenger, Aruna is the driver. So after appointing his elder brother as the sun's driver and making him the filter for sun's heat and light as well, Garuda returned to his mother. Mother, I have done my brother a good favor, because in handicapped reservation quota, I have got him a government job, permanent job as well. So he don't worry that my brother is handicapped. He has only upper part of his body. He has a beautiful quota. In the sun's chariot, clutch, brake, accelerator, everything is upside only. He can use his hands to drive everything. So my brother will take care of that. And Arunodayam followed by Suryodayam. It is good for the universe as well. I have done that. But see, he saw Vinata. She was running errands for all these snakes. These snakes, they order Vinata, take us to another island. Vinata has to carry them. Now after the birth of Garuda, Garuda should also join in assisting Kadru and her children. Garuda observed everything. One fine morning, Garuda went to his mother. Mom, I am observing the time. It's already 8:13. The speaker started by 7:45. He has to conclude by 8:35. So tell me, how to relieve you from this slavery soon? Garuda asked her, why are you being a slave to your sister? Why should I serve all my siblings, those cousin brothers? I have to serve them. What happened? Pranam vitatamastaya sarpai rupadhina kritam kimahritya viditvava kimva kritveha paurusham dasyatvo vipramuchyayam satyam shamsata lelihaha. Garuda asked his mother, what happened? Vinata said, oh Garuda, I have got two flashbacks. Flashback number one, unnecessarily, out of haste or hurry, I broke open the first egg. So your elder brother cursed me to become a slave. Point number one. Point number two, I unnecessarily entered into a gamble with with Kadru. Though I was sure that tail was white, Kadru played a trick. The tail appeared black, so I lost. Therefore I have become her slave. You have to somehow relieve me from this slavery. Other than you, I have no other refuge, he said. Garuda said, don't worry, mom. I will conduct peace talks with those serpents. Garuda goes to those serpents and a peace talk was organized. Garuda spoke with them. What do you need? Tell me. I want to relieve my mother from this slavery. For that, what should I give you in return? Those snakes went to their mother Kadru. Garuda promises to give something in return, but he wants to relieve his mother from slavery. Now that Kadru said, yes, all children are now grown up, no need of nanny or babysitting or anything. Okay, but this Garuda is very powerful. We should get something big from him. Okay, they all thought and came to a conclusion. Ahara amritam ojasa tato dasyat vipramoksho bhavita tava kakkechara. You do one thing. You bring the nectar, amrita, elixir from Swarga heaven. You are able to fly. You can go long way even till the sun. So you go to heaven, bring the elixir amrita from heaven, give it to us. If you bring, note this point, again, a person who gambles will get lost by gambling only. Please note this point, you bring nectar from heaven. Underline, after 15 minutes there is a point. You bring nectar from heaven. If you bring nectar from heaven, we will relieve your mother from her slavery. Because those snakes wanted to consume that nectar. Because if we eat amritam, we can get long life, good power, strength. Especially we will be free of all diseases. Because diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol, heart problem, brain stroke, everything is hurting us. More importantly, this arthritis. That's why nobody is able to use steps. We need lift. Reason is all health complaints. If we eat those nectar, then there will be no health complaints at all, no need for any doctor at all. So we want to consume that amrita, nectar. So if you bring that nectar, we will relieve your mother. Garuda came to his mother. Mom, the deal is sealed. If I bring nectar, they will relieve you from slavery. Please bless me. I am going to go to heaven. Now Vinata told him, oh child, you have to fly a long, long distance to heaven. You will be hungry. Let me suggest you one thing. In order to satiate your hunger, you do one thing. Samudra kukshau ekante nishadalayam uttamam sahasranam anekanam tan bhuktva amritamanaya. Garuda, you go to the middle of the ocean. There is an island. In that island, there is a village called Nishadalayam. Many evil people are residing there. You just consume that entire village as food. That alone will satiate your hunger because you have to fly long distance. So you consume the entire village, but please mind one thing, you should not eat any dharmic person. You should not eat any Vedic scholar. You should not eat any great devotee. Garuda said, how can I find out whether he is a dharmic person, devotee, evil person? How can I find out? Food items we can taste and find out, but human heart, human mind, nobody can read. How can I find out whether a person is good or bad? That time Vinata tells him, Garuda, you just chew everybody. Always chewing before swallowing is always important. You chew everybody. Whenever you chew a dharmic person or a Vedic scholar or a jnani or a devotee, your throat will start burning like charcoal. You just spit that person outside. If you feel no burning sensation, you can consume that person. Garuda went, consumed all those evil persons in that Nishadalayam, and he is about to start. Now, Vinata blesses Garuda. Let you be victorious. Mother's blessings are always important. Pakshaute marutav patu. Garuda, Vayudeva will protect your wings. Chandrav prishtam tu putraka. Chandra, the moon god, will protect your tail. Shirastu patute vannihi. Agni Deva will protect your head. Bhaskara sarvamevatu. Surya will protect your entire body. So Surya for entire body, Agni for head, Chandra for tail, Vayu for wings. Come back victorious. Now Garuda starts. He ate the entire Nishadalayam and then started flying upwards. Still he felt hungry. Hey, he has consumed an entire village. Still he was hungry. At that time he was flying over the mountain called Gandhamadana. He was pleasantly surprised to see his father Kashyapa. After giving boons to his mother, Kashyapa went to perform penance in the forest. In the forest in Gandhamadana mountain, Kashyapa was performing penance. Garuda went there, worshipped his father, narrated everything. Father asked the first question, Garuda, what did you eat? Because father always has concern for his son. Garuda, what did you eat? Are you hungry now? Garuda said, yes, even after eating a whole village full of evil people, I am still hungry, father. Okay, Kashyapa told him, Tasmat bhoktavyam aparam bhagavan pradishaswame. Now Kashyapa told Garuda, you do one thing. You go to the lake side, there is a lake nearby. In that lake side, an elephant and a tortoise will be fighting. If you consume that elephant and tortoise, immediately your hunger will be satisfied. Garuda asked, Father, one small question. I ate an entire village. My hunger didn't get satisfied. By eating one elephant and one tortoise, how can my hunger get satiated? Kashyapa said, there is a story behind that elephant and tortoise. They were actually human beings. They were called Vibhavasu and Supratika. They were brothers. After their father's death, they started fighting over father's property dispute between brothers. They started fighting. During the course of that property dispute, they cursed each other. You should become a tortoise. You should become an elephant. Cursed each other. They became tortoise and elephant respectively. Still, the desire, the greed for wealth did not subside. Even after becoming tortoise and elephant after that curse, they are still fighting over that property dispute. So if you eat such greedy people, immediately your hunger will be satiated. So go and eat them. Garuda immediately went to that lakeside. He caught hold of both of them with his legs. How many legs does Garuda have? 2 legs. Any bird, it has 2 legs. Just caught hold of them and Garuda started flying towards a banyan tree. Garuda sat on a branch of that banyan tree and was trying to eat that elephant, tortoise, held with his both legs. At that time, that branch started breaking and falling down. Garuda observed that branch. In that branch of that banyan tree, Valakilya rishis were performing penance upside down. Which Valakilyas? Those thumb-sized rishis who had given every spiritual power to Garuda to even defeat Indra, they were performing penance upside down. Just imagine that scene. This scene has been vividly depicted in a sculpture in the Divyadesham called Vanamamalai Nanganeri. In that Divyadesham, in the front Rajagopuram, inside, there is a separate sculpture. That banyan tree branch, below that Valakilya's thumb-sized performing penance upside down, Garuda catching hold of that elephant, tortoise with both his legs and sitting on that branch is going to fall down. What can he do? Garuda immediately, he was very smart, just came backwards and held that branch of the tree with his beak, because he cannot let down this elephant and tortoise. He has only 2 limbs. He held them with his beak. He caught hold of that branch. Valakilyas, their penance was not disturbed. Still they were all in deep meditation. Garuda just went to Gandhamadana hill where his father Kashyapa was meditating. That branch is within his beaks, elephant and tortoise in his legs. Garuda with his eyes gave signal to his father Kashyapa, somehow ask these rishis to get down. I don't want to disturb them. Now Kashyapa, he pleaded with Valakilyas, Evam Sobhyapadadesha Bahun Sagachakachapaha Dayartham Valakilyanam Nachastanam Avindata Sagatva Parvatasretam Gandhamadhanam Avyayam Dadarsha Kashyapam Tatra Pitaram Tapasistitam. Now Kashyapa pleaded with those Valakilyas, my son Garuda has set out on a great mission. Please help him. Please stop your penance and please come down from the branch of the tree so that my son can proceed further. Now Valakilyas, they were able to listen to the voice of Kashyapa. Just imagine, even when the branch was breaking and falling down, their penance could not be disturbed. They were still in meditation. But they say, if one rishi speaks, another rishi can understand. They have separate telepathy. So Kashyapa's words, it was captured by those Valakilyas. So they said, okay Garuda, you do one thing. You leave this branch in the Himalayas. We will proceed to Himalayas for meditation. Okay, Garuda left that branch of the tree in the Himalayas. Valakilyas proceeded there for meditation. Now Garuda consumed this. Who are they? Tortoise and elephant. Now Garuda consumes them. Sanu krodhanu bandhat Sarasi Nakamuke, Padape, Gandashaile, Tundagre, Kantarandre, Tadanucha Jatare, Nirvishesham Yuyutsu. If now Garuda consumed that elephant, tortoise, his hunger was satisfied. Now one question arises. This is beautifully described by Swami Vedanta Deshikan in Garuda Panchashat. What were those elephant and tortoise doing all the time? Yes, that's the greed for wealth. Their life itself was in danger without realizing that this is human tendency. See how our Itihasa Puranas highlight the nature of human life. We are counting coins, God is counting our lifespan. Without realizing that God is counting our lifespan, we keep on counting coins. That's what happened here. We choose gold over blood, but we lose both. That's what happened for these Vibhavasu, Supratika, cursed each other, became elephant and tortoise. Still they were fighting. Garuda was holding them. A huge talks was happening between Kashyapa, Valakilyas, everything. They were transported to Himalayas. Still they were fighting. No, father's property is mine, father's property is mine. They were all fighting. Finally, Garuda swallowed. Even in the throat of Garuda, they were fighting without knowing that Garuda has swallowed them. That's why this story teaches, this history teaches us that never ever develop too much greed for wealth. That will ruin your entire life. Now coming back to our topic, now Garuda flies towards Devaloka, heaven, Swarga, to bring the nectar. His hunger is satiated. He is all powerful now. He has received the blessings of both father and mother. He is flying Vikshe Paif Pakshatinam Anibrita Gatibir Vadita Vyomaturyaha Vacha Lambodi Vichi Valaya Virachita Loka Shabdanu Bandaha Dikkanya Kirnamana Ksharadudu Nikara Vyaja Laja Abhishekaha. Garuda flies, flapping his wings. At that time, his wings intercepted with the stars, and stars started falling down just like those serial lights which are kept here for decoration. Like this, stars were just scattered and falling down. Garuda was flapping his wings and he entered Swarga. Now a fight ensues. Because suddenly if an eagle comes inside and tries to take something away from our home, will we allow? Now he is entering into the house of Devas, heaven. He is trying to take the most important property of Devas, which is nectar, Amritam. Now Garuda enters, a fight ensues. It is a 10-stage fight. I am always noting the time, it is 8:25 now. A 10-stage fight. Stage number 1. As Garuda entered, all Devas got afraid. They got confused, bewildered. Devas started attacking themselves. They considered their own people as their enemies and they were attacking, and one army of Devas was destroyed. Now stage 2 fight, Bhauma, he was the Deva. Bhauma was the protector of nectar. Garuda destroyed him with his beak. Now stage 3 fight, Devas assembled in huge numbers. Garuda flapped his wings. A huge storm of dust, a desert storm like dust emerged. Devas, they could not see anything. Their vision got blinded. At that time, Garuda entered inside. Finally, Vayu, he blew as an air so that wind cleared all this dust. Stage 4 fight ensued. All the groups of Devas started attacking Garuda from all 4 directions. Garuda retaliated in all 4 directions, following which Sadhyas and Gandharvas ran eastwards. Vasus and Rudras ran southwards. Adityas ran westwards. Ashwinis ran northwards. All the Deva Ganas were scattered. Now stage 5, there was a ring of fire. In circus you can see a ring of fire. A person will just jump through it. Now a ring of fire, Garuda has to pass through that to get the nectar. But the problem is, if he tries to enter, that flames, they start increasing, not allowing Garuda to enter. Now what did Garuda do? Now Mahabharatam says, this is Vyasa Shlokam. Tato navatya navatir mukhanam kritva tarasvi garudo mahatma nadis samapiya mukaistatasthaihi sushigram agamya punarjavena. Garuda took 90 into 90 hits. 90 into 90 means 8,100. Garuda took 8,100 hits on his body. With that, he consumed all water in all the rivers in this universe. and poured all those water in that ring of fire. That fire was put out, and then Garuda entered. Now, stage 6. There was an iron wheel. That iron wheel was full of sharp spikes. If anybody tries to enter, that iron will just chop them off. What did Garuda do? Jvalanarka prabham goram chedanam somaharinam gora rupam tadatyartham yantram devai sunirmitam tasyantaram sadritvaiva paryavartata kecharaha arantarena abhyapatat sankshipyangam kshanenaha. Garuda took a micro form, miniature form, and entered between the gaps between two spikes in that iron chain. Between those two spikes, Garuda entered and then went to the pot of nectar. Now stage 7. Stage 7, there were 2 serpents. Those 2 serpents, by mere vision, they were able to burn their enemy to ashes. Their eyes were full of poison. They can burn anybody just by sight. Now Garuda wanted to blind them first. So Chakshur Vishau Mahaviryau Nitya Kruddau Tapasvinau Tayos Chakshungshi Rajasa Suparnas Turnam Avrunot. Garuda poured sand into the eyes of those snakes so that their vision got blinded. Immediately Garuda chopped them off into pieces with his beaks so that those 2 serpents got destroyed. For one thing, today the emblem for doctors is based on this Charitram only. There will be one staff in the middle, there will be 2 serpents, and then the wings of Garuda. Those 2 serpents were destroyed by Garuda. Similarly, a doctor has to destroy all the evil diseases which are caused by various microorganisms, and the doctor has to give nectar, amritam, to the patient for his survival. So this medicine emblem has been designed based on this Charitram only. Now stage 8, Amrita Kalasham, the pot of nectar. After crossing 7 stages, you might have played a lot of games like Super Mario. You have each stage by stage. Likewise, Garuda has crossed 7 stages. The 8th stage, pot of nectar. I hope you can in future develop this into a video game itself, because a lot of fights are there. Now Garuda takes the pot of nectar. As he takes the pot of nectar, Samutpati Amritam Tattu Vainateyas Tato Bali Utpapata Javenaiva Yantram Unmatya Viryavan. Now another problem ensues. With that pot of nectar, he has to come out of that iron wheel with sharp spikes. When Garuda came alone, he took a miniature form. With the pot of nectar, how can he cross that? Garuda took a giant form and broke that entire iron wheel itself. Breaking that wheel, Garuda comes out. Now stage 9, somebody called Garuda. Garuda, stop for a moment. Garuda turned, who is that? Vishnunatu tadakashe vainateyas samegivan tasya narayanas tuttaha tena laulyena karmana. Garuda turned back. It was none other than Lord Vishnu, Lord Sriman Narayana. This is stage 9. Lord Narayana, he wanted to test Garuda. Narayana asked Garuda, Garuda, I am impressed. This is stage 9, Pa. I am very much impressed. You have crossed 8 stages. You have taken the nectar. I am impressed. I want to give you some boon. Garuda, tell me, what boon do you want? Vishnu Sampriyamane Varavinimayato Vishwa Vikyata Kirtim, says Swami Vedanta Deshika. Narayana said, ask me boon, whatever boon you want. Garuda said, my lord, I always want to serve you without any expectations. This is unconditional devotion. So, I don't want any boon from you. Rather, I want to serve you. So, if you want any boon from me, please ask, I will give you, Garuda says. The first person on this universe to tell God that I don't want boon from you. If you want any boon, please ask me, I will give you. Narayana again said, I am very much impressed. Okay, I will ask a boon from you. Tam Vavre Vahanam Krishno Garudmantam Mahabalam. You become my vehicle. God himself asked, out of being impressed by Garuda, he asked, please become my vehicle. I need a vehicle like you. Garuda obliged and then said, okay, I will become your vehicle. Oh my lord, you told me you will give me a boon. Is that boon still in operation or not? Garuda asked. Narayana said, once said it is said. Yes, my boon is still in operation. Garuda said, then I will ask you one boon. Savavre tavatitte upariti antarikshagaha. Now I will test you. This is a test for you. Though I am your vehicle, I should stay above you, not below you. How can a vehicle be above us? In those days, we were riding bicycle. If its wheel gets punctured, we will carry it on our head. Otherwise, how can a vehicle be above a person? Narayana said, no problem. As a vehicle, you can be below me. You can be my flag above me. That's why Garuda Dvajaha. In Sahasranama also we say Garuda Dvajaha. Why? Because Dvaja means flag. Garuda is the flag. He will be above Narayana. At the same time, vehicle. So they came to a reconciliation. As per the boon given by Narayana to Garuda, Garuda will be above him as his flag. As per the boon given by Garuda to Narayana, Garuda will be below him as his vehicle. Deal signed. Garuda said, okay, I need 1 day joining time leave because I have to relieve my mother from her slavery. I will get back to you. Saying so, Garuda flew. Stage 9 crossed. Now the final stage, stage 10, Narayana blessed him abundantly and sends Indra, the chief of Devas. Thus far he was hiding himself. Stage 10, from behind, Indra carrying Vajrayudham. Just imagine that scene. Garuda was flying with the pot of nectar. Indra was following him, hit him on his feathers from behind with his Vajrayudham. Garuda turned. Yaswange Sankarantar Garuda Nilalava Stambhite Jambashantrau Kuntastre Sannakantam Pranayati Pavaye Pakshilesham Didesha. Swami Deshika describes. Indra hit him from behind on his wings with that Vajrayudha. Garuda turned, smiled. Oh Indra, what a pity. Did you think that your Vajrayudha will attack me? No, I was designed specifically to cause humiliation to you by Valakilya Rishis. Your Vajrayudha is nothing to me. Your Vajrayudha can't do anything to me. Your ego should get shattered. Your arrogance should get destroyed. That's why I came to you with the blessings of Valakilya Rishis. At the same time, Garuda said, oh Indra, your Vajrayudha, it was made from the backbone of a Rishi called Dadichi. Rishi Dadichi gave his own vertebra backbone to prepare Vajrayudha for Indra. I want to honor that Rishi. For that, I will shed 2 feathers from my wings as respect to the Vajrayudha Dadichi Rishi. So he shed 2 feathers. And Garuda proceeded. Indra said, stop, stop. Now it is climax time, said Indra. What climax time? Garuda asked. Oh Garuda, how can you give this nectar to all those serpents? Just imagine, Nakaryam tava somena mama somav pradiyatam. If you give this nectar to all those serpents, they will become very powerful. They will become very strong, free of diseases. If the population of snakes increases in this universe, then what will happen? People cannot live. Just imagine if this place is full of snakes, what will happen? Will we reside here? No. You are trying to give nectar to snakes, to poisonous snakes. They will get long lifespan. Don't do this. Garuda whispered something into the ears of Indra. I want to give them a taste of their own medicine. I told you 15 minutes ago. What did they say? You should feed us with nectar? No. You should bring nectar only. Garuda whispered that and told Indra, we have a secret plan. Indra understood that. Okay, Garuda flew back. After crossing 10 stages, Garuda returns to the place of his mother on Akshaya Tritiya. On that day only, Garuda brought nectar. On the day of Akshaya Tritiya, that nectar came to this world. That's why this day is very, very auspicious. Those who listen to this Garuda Vaibhavam will get good strength as if they consume nectar on the day of Akshaya Tritiya. And that, not only that, this has been recorded in Mahabharatam. Mahabharatam, as Vyasa dictated, Lord Ganesha started writing Mahabharatam on the day of Akshaya Tritiya. The first incident in Mahabharatam is this Garuda Vaibhavam. What is the relationship between Mahabharatam and Garuda Vaibhavam? 5 minutes later I will tell you. Now, Garuda comes back. On Akshaya Tritiya, Ajagama Tatasturnam, Superno Maturantikam, Atasarpanu Vachedam, Sarvan Paramagrittavat. Now Garuda, he gave the nectar to all those serpents. He told them, now relieve my mom from her curse. Immediately they relieved her. You are no more a slave. You are released from the prison. You can go freely. Everything they said. Thus, the son who rescued his mother from slavery, the unparalleled son is Garuda. His mother Vinatha was saved from slavery. That's why we often refer to Garuda as Vainateya, the son of Vinatha, who rescued Vinatha from her slavery. Now Garuda told those serpents, I inquired with the Devas how to eat this Amritam. Because whenever we buy something in a shop, they give one catalog also along with that. You have to use in such and such way. These days, even if we buy a television, we need a catalog. In those days, though the TV had limited features, when we switch on the switch, immediately the TV will also switch on. These days, in order to switch on the television, we have to spend 15 minutes with 2 kinds of remote controls. So we need even for my programs, occasionally only I used to watch my programs on TV. But before I switch on the TV, my program itself will get over. So we need some catalog, right? Garuda said, I have brought one catalog about this nectar. Before consuming the nectar, you should all take bath in a river and then perform achamanam, perform mantra japam. Then only you should consume this nectar. Otherwise, it will not give you any benefit. Okay, we will take care. All the snakes said. Garuda went with his mother. She was relieved. Now, all the snakes, they were in a hurry to have the nectar. So, all snakes, Tadvijnaya kritam sarpaha, pratimaya kritanchatat, somastanam idancheti darbangste lilihustada. The snakes, they all went to take bath. That's why we say haste makes waste. Had they thought for a while, a couple of serpents can be protective of that nectar and the others can go for bath, then they can return, these snakes can go for bath. Now every snake was in a hurry to consume nectar, all snakes went there. Garuda had placed the pot of nectar on darba grass and he went with his mother. Now, as per the plan set by Garuda, Indra came, all the snakes had gone to take bath, Indra took away the pot of nectar. Now, snakes came back, returned, they said, oh, nectar is gone, where is nectar, where is nectar? That time, their mind voice, what did they say to Vinatha? It doesn't matter whether the tail is naturally black or artificially black, if the appearance is black, you will become my slave. Similarly, it doesn't matter whether you consume Amritam or do not consume Amritam. When Amritam is brought, Vinatha is back. That is giving the taste of their own medicine. So the message conveyed here is, if you try to cheat another person, you will end up getting cheated. Kadru tried to cheat Vinatha. Finally, Kadru and her children got cheated. They couldn't get the nectar. But still, the greed for nectar didn't diminish. Those serpents thought some part of nectar might have spilled on the darba grass. All those serpents licked those sharp darba grass. Their tongue got split into 2. That's why snakes have bifid tongue. That split tongue, because they licked that sharp darba grass. Now Garuda returned with his mother to Lord Narayana and told him, with your blessings, my Lord, I have rescued my mother. I am ready to serve you eternally hereafter. Now Garuda became the celestial vehicle for Lord Sriman Narayana, and we call him Garuda Vahana. And that beautiful song we saw, Garuda Gamana. Garuda Gamana means one who travels on Garuda. Thus the Lord became Garuda Vahana. Not that Garuda is always a Nitya Suri, eternal soul serving God always. But this history says Garuda joined with Narayana, means not like that. He is eternally associated with Narayana. Just like the eternal Narayana taking birth as Rama or Krishna, Garuda took birth as the son of Kashyapa and Vinatha. Not that Garuda did not exist before, not that he was not the vehicle of Narayana before, but for us to enjoy, Garuda took such kind of an incarnation and became the vehicle of Lord Sriman Narayana, and he wanted to take revenge on the serpents. That's why he wears 8 serpents on his body. Vame Vaikunta Shayya, Panipati Katako Vasuki Brahmasutraha Rakshannastакshakena Pratitakatitataha Charu Karkotaharaha Padmam Karne Pasavye Pratimavatipaha Maha Padmamanyatra Bibrat Chudayam Shankapalam Gulikam Apibuje Dakshine Pakshimallaha. In his head he adorns Shankapala as ornament. Snake Shankapala. In his right ear Padma. Left ear Mahapadma. That's why she organized this program, it seems. So Garuda in his right ear has Padma as earring, left ear Mahapadma snake as earring, in his neck necklace as Karkotaka, and then Yajnaopavitam Janu as Yajnaopavitam, Vasuki Brahmasutraha, Vasuki serpent as Yajnaopavitam, and then waist girdle Takshaka, in the right hand Gulika, left hand Sesha. 8 snakes constitute 8 ornaments in the divine body of Garuda, and he is serving the Lord. Now coming to our final part, why should this Garuda Vaibhavam come in Mahabharatam? What is the essence of Mahabharatam? You tell me. Pandavas, Kauravas, they gambled, Pandavas lost, Kauravas cheated, finally Krishna intervenes, he teaches Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, and finally Kurukshetra war, Pandavas emerge victorious. What is the connection of Garuda to that? Actually, this Garuda Vaibhavam is the entire essence of Mahabharatam. Last 50 minutes, you have enjoyed the total Mahabharatam actually. This Garuda Vaibhavam, listening to this, fetches you the full merit of listening to entire Mahabharatam, 18 chapters. You are clapping. How you should ask me? How means, just recap back to start. Kadru represents Kauravas, 100 Kauravas, evil-minded. Vinata represents 5 Pandavas. Kadru, Vinata entered into a gamble. Kauravas, Pandavas entered into a gamble. Kadru enslaved Vinata. Kauravas enslaved Pandavas. Finally, Garuda saved Vinata. Krishna saved Pandavas. Garuda saved Vinata with nectar, Amritam. Krishna saved Pandavas with the Amritam of Bhagavad Gita. So, the entire Mahabharata is enshrined within this single Charitaram of Garuda Vaibhavam. And listening to this on Akshaya Tritiya, Akshaya means no decrease. Kshaya means decrease. Akshaya means without decrease, it will go on increasing, growing. That's called Akshaya. So, whatever we do on this day will keep on growing without any decrease at all. That's why they say we can buy golden ornaments on this day. We can invest in stock market on this day. More importantly, we can do more charity donation, dhanam on this day, because we can do dhanam throughout the year. On this day, we can start learning new things so that our knowledge will not diminish. It will keep growing throughout the year. Not only that, on Akshaya Tritiya, if we listen to Garuda Vaibhavam, Garuda's blessings, Lord Narayana's blessings will keep on increasing for us throughout the year. Akshaya. So the benefit, Swami Vedanta Deshika says, to conclude, the benefit of listening to Garuda is Saikam Panchashatam Yam Atanuta Vinata Nandanam Nandayishyan Kritva Maulau Tadagyam Kavi Kataka Gatha Kesari Venkateshaha Tame Tam Shilayantaha Samita Vishadara Vyadhi Daivadhi Pidaha Kanksha Paurastya Labhaha Kritamitara Phalaihi Tarkshya Kalpa Bhavanti. The first benefit is we need not be afraid of snakes anymore, because snakes are a source of fear for many people. Those who listen to Garuda Vaibhavam need not be afraid of snakes anymore, number 1. Number 2, they will get rid of all Vyadhis. Vyadhi means diseases. Garuda Vaibhavam is the cure for all diseases. Because what did he bring? Nectar. So that is the cure for all diseases. Though Indra has taken back, that's a different story. However, symbolically Garuda has brought nectar. In order to prevent the snakes from consuming the nectar, Indra took it away. That's different. So it removes all Vyadhis. Number 3, we get rid of all Adis. What is Adi? Vyadhi means disease. Adi means fear of disease. Many people die out of fear of disease. Oh, will I have heart attack? Will I have heart attack? Will I have heart attack? He will die. That anxiety is called Adi. Those who listen to Garuda Vaibhavam will get rid of that fear of disease, Adi, as well. And then Daivadi Pidaha, from all Pidas, we say lot of black magic, other things, they confuse us, mental illness and other things. If we listen to Garuda Vaibhavam, we get rid of all those mental illnesses. Number 5, Paurastya Labhaha Kritamitara Palaihi, whatever good things they expect. Many people will have come with lot of prarthanas in their mind. Maybe a marriage of their children or marriage of grandchildren. Soon they might be expecting a next generation in their homes or a promotion, anything. Whatever good benefit you have expected, Garuda will ensure that that gets fulfilled with the speed of Garuda himself. Final benefit is those who chant Garuda Vaibhavam will become like Garuda himself. That is the 6th palam. Takshya kalpa bhavanti, you can become Garuda. My friend asked, is it in nose? Not in nose. Become Garuda means how Garuda serves Lord Sriman Narayana, likewise we will be blessed with eternal service to Lord Sriman Narayana, which is nothing but moksha. So I pray to Lord Garuda that I am coming from Nachiyar Kovil near Kumbakonam, which is well known for this Kal Garuda. This Garuda is made of a single stone. He is the Utsavamurti, he is the Moolavar, he is the vehicle for the Lord as well. As he comes from his Sannidhi, his weight will keep on increasing. First 4 people will carry him, then 8, 16 people, 32, 64. When he comes outside the temple, 128 people. Weight will increase. When he comes back, weight will decrease. 64 people, then 32, 16, 8, 4 people will carry him into his Sannidhi. That kind of God, a God who speaks. In Tamil we say Kankanda Deivam, Pesum Deivam, is Kal Garuda. That stone form of Garuda, Sadagrama Vigraham. That Garuda, from his place I am coming. So I will pray to that Kal Garuda to ensure that all those who listen to this Garuda Vaibhavam on Akshaya Tritiya are bestowed with Akshaya wealth, Akshaya health, Akshaya devotion and Akshaya knowledge. Thank you.